Have you ever woken up with achy breaky joints, stiff knees, stiff ankles, sore back, stiff wrists? Well, there is definitely an underlying cause for that, and I'll go into that in this video. So basically, insulin resistance has a lot to do with it. So insulin resistance isn't just a risk of diabetes or a bigger waistline. It actually has everything to do with your achy breaky joints. So let's delve into it. It's not just the sugar and getting older and all of these things. Actually, what it is the glucose getting all the way down to the end of your capillaries. And guess what it does there? So your capillaries are microscopic blood vessels at the ends of your extremities. So basically what happens is the glucose makes its way down there and it's supposed to exit and then be stored for energy or used immediately for energy. But instead, what happens is something completely different when you have insulin resistance. Because the problem with glucose is that water follows it around, hence the word carbohydrate. Hydrate is in that word. Water follows sugar, especially if you're insulin resistant. Your joints are made up of ligaments, tendons, cartilage, and bone, and they actually rely on this process to stay healthy. But when you're insulin resistant, they become the unintended storage locker for excess sugar and water. When you're insulin resistant, then glucose has nowhere to go. So like with your liver or with your muscles, basically the cells are shut and they don't allow the glucose in. So when this happens in the joints, the glucose just sits there. Glucose is osmotic, which means it attracts water. So that's what it does. It sucks the water out to be with it there in your joint. And this causes all sorts of things. It causes stiffness. So it makes you feel like you don't have much mobility in your joints. It causes inflammation, which means you have a swelling, like you have some kind of an injury or something like that. And it even causes a feeling that you have gout, like some kind of an injury in that joint. And some people think they have gout, where in actual fact, their joints are just insulin resistant. When this glucose just hangs around in your joints, it starts to get up to mischief and it starts attaching itself to the proteins, which are the tendons and the cartilage. Now, when that happens, it makes them dysfunctional. It makes that protein dysfunctional. So it becomes very stiff and very brittle. And these dysfunctional proteins start to look like foreign invaders to your immune system. And your immune system is there to go for any kind of foreign invader. So it goes for these sugary proteins and starts attacking them. And this causes all sorts of things. Number one is inflammatory cytokines, which means it sends signals for reinforcements to come and attack that area. Number two is chronic inflammation. So it's just inflammation that starts to wear down the joint over time. That's why when you get older, you feel that your joints are wearing down. Actually, it's just insulin resistant. If you're someone who's got stiff joints, sore joints, swollen joints, you can't really find out why. They say you don't have gout, you don't have arthritis. You're someone who wakes up in the morning and you're going clickety-clack. Then you need to look at your metabolic health because that's where it would be coming from. So basically, then you just need to get on a good ketogenic ancestral type diet where you get off the sugars and your body will start to clean itself up. Do a bit of intermittent fasting. That will get rid of all those useless proteins that are causing inflammation, and your body will start to feel great within a week.